So let's look at the newest epic Esper, Daniel. So his last skill is actually really cool. It also has quite a bit of text, so let's just kind of break it down a bit. Now, the damage is actually really low, and it's mostly because it's a form of CC, but compared to other Espers like Tier, it's about half the scaling. If you look at the chances of reducing AP, it ends up not being too bad, and about a 73% chance. And their odds of stunning is actually much higher. The next skill is a shield, where you convert part of your life into a shield for the whole team, as well as giving them all an attack buff. But how does it compare to other Espers that give shields, like Berenice? In most situations, Berenice's shield is going to be significantly larger than Daniel's. Now, the attack up that you get from this skill is actually really good, but it is worth noting the attack up doesn't actually boost Daniel's damage. Now we're going to look at skill 1, which is actually very cool. To me, silence is one of the most powerful effects you can apply in the game, and adding recovery to it just makes it that much better. And the damage scaling seems to be pretty reasonable as well. So let's talk relics and which kinds are the best for him. So his best setup is as a controlling tank, starting with Windwalkers and Apollos. As you move forward, you definitely want to put him on counterattack, with main stats being speed, HP with 80% accuracy. Now we'll look into resonance to see if any of it's defining. Overall, it seems like most of the resonance is quality of life, rounding out accuracy, giving us additional stats, and giving us a little bit of a speed bonus. I don't find any of the resonance to be too necessary or defining. Now, the final resonance, or the capstone, does give us an additional turn on our attack up and our shield, which is just really nice. Like I had said, resonance is nice, but not necessary. As far as design goes, good job team, you did great at making this dude stylish. Now let's get back into it a bit and see how he looks like in the VR battlegrounds. So we're going to set him up as a damage setup just to kind of test and see what it actually looks like. So we have the HP lead to give the boost. We also have the crit up, so it's 100% crit rate, and all the conditions are perfect. So as you can see, the damage is very low, but the stun chance is super high, and even the AP chance is really good. So let's look at the shield a bit. This is going to be on the damage setup, so keep in mind that if you do build it HP, you're going to have a lot more shield to work with. And this will give us at least a baseline to see what kind of shield we're working with and whether or not it feels good. So it seems pretty decent. So now that we know quite a bit about him, let's kind of form an opinion and see where things go. So he's a truly unique Esper, and his power level is really good for an epic. Now, an issue with him is that his diversity makes him feel very undefined. If you compare him to other more traditional Espers, he does seem to be lacking in being able to be really good at one thing. But I think that's because he's not supposed to compete with them, he's supposed to work with them. You need to consider him more like a reinforcement. He's actually one of the best 5th teammates you can ask for, and his job is basically to reinforce the job of other Espers. Let's break it down and see what I mean. His skill 1 is universally good. It's even better on counter to punish AoEs, and recovery is fantastic. Skill 2 is also universally good. You want shield and attack up in pretty much every team that you're running. Skill 3 is also great any place where you can stun or reduce AP. So for me, this is where he's good, this is where he's awkward, and that's where he's bad. For me, he's a great Esper. He does a ton, he's a great 5th, but he's definitely not one you want to build first. But if you're new or missing key Espers, pick him up and build him to 50. He won't define a team, but he can round out most of them. So that's a really good look at Daniel. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this.